Hello, this is Jürgen Herzog, Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Best Life. I'm a real estate broker for quite a few years out here on the California Central Coast. And today I wanted to give you a few tips and ideas how to prepare your house for sale. Because I've seen a lot of people doing improvements to their home in the hope of generating added value, basically a higher net profit after the cost. And some stuff is really useful, helps the house to look better, and some of the project I've seen will never justify the cost. That said, if you have already those improvements, converting them back is probably even worse than keeping it. So once you have those items in your house, it is added value most likely, but not as much as the cost was. Before I go over those items, I want to tell you there are exceptions to the rule, and some of those improvements depend in which neighborhood you are. So I'm talking about the Central Coast, Monterey, Santa Cruz County. One improvement out here that will not generate as much value as you put in cost is a swimming pool. Our weather pattern is not ideal for outdoor swimming. The summers are a little chilly here. We have the coastal patterns, we have fog layers. You'll see a lot of homes don't even have AC. So don't put in a swimming pool in the hopes of getting all that money for the cost back. You won't. I like swimming pools, so if you want to do it for your own pleasure, please go ahead, but don't expect it to be a selling point. A lot of people associate swimming pools with higher maintenance and loss of backyard space. The number two, which you should not do if you are preparing your house for sale, is install solar panels. I know we all love our environment and save a few dollars on kilowatt hours. Solar panels are great for that. And if you have them already installed on your home, keep them there. But don't install them hoping to get more money for the home. Very often I learned solar panels are kind of turn off to buyers, and I tell you why. There are two ways to own your solar panels. One is you buy it outright and you pay $30,000, $50,000 for the solar panels. And yes, the buyers will like that idea, but they will not pay $30,000 or $50,000 more for the house because of the solar panels. So you'll take a loss there if you buy it outright, and if you negotiate a lease with one of those solar companies. I learned that buyers tend not to like to take over a lease that somebody else negotiated, even if it's cost beneficial to them. It's a funny thing, it's human nature. We like to negotiate our own stuff before we commit to it. And that's the case with solar panels. And I learned also that the transfer of that lease to the buyer can be a pain in the rear. It has gotten a little bit better. The companies have gotten better. Escrow companies are right on it because they know it takes time to get all these agreements transferred. So if you have a solar panel on your roof, leave it there. It's fine. It's great. Don't expect a big profit from it. Another thing I've seen that doesn't add much value, especially nowadays when everybody's on a small little screen, are indoor movie theater rooms. I don't want to go into details. Most people know, yeah, that's not a big selling point nowadays anymore. So if you're thinking about installing one, putting one in for sale, don't do it. Same is for over-the-top landscaping. Putting this $20,000, $30,000 fountain in the middle of your yard, it probably looks beautiful. If you want to do it for your own, great. But if you want to do it for sale, I don't think you will get the money back that you put into it. So the hardscape, the really fancy stuff, don't do it. A yard just needs to be clean. I'll tell you a bit more about it later on. And I'm all for fixing up things that don't work. Let's say the furnace doesn't work. Yes, people expect heat. You have to repair it. But if you have an older furnace and you know it's 30, 40 years old, it's beyond the life expectancy of that appliance, don't replace it. A buyer will expect heat in their home. A buyer will be aware, oh, eventually I have to replace that furnace, but you will never get the money back replacing it with a new one. Same thing is with larger items like a roof. If the roof is old, you want to replace it, it's better to keep the old roof, have the buyers make a note of it. They will probably negotiate and try to get some money towards a new roof, but most likely not the full amount. So you were just giving money away by replacing it. And it doesn't add that much to the visual impression you have with a roof. So those are the items. Don't go there if you haven't gone there yet. So just stay away from it. It's wasted money. Now I would like to tell you a few things you should consider doing depending on your budget. Just with a gallon of paint, you can cover a huge area and have the biggest visual impact for just a few dollars. So if you paint your house, if it needs painting, interior, exterior, all this will help and you will get your money back on that cost. It's always worth it. Your house will show fresher, younger, and very often if you use light colors, roomier. Talking about roomier, one thing you might want to do also, and that's actually for free, get rid of clutter, small things, small furniture pieces. Less is more. The more small stuff you put out of sight, the more people can focus on your floor plan, on your home, and the larger all the rooms will appear. Again, little things like this have a huge visual impact on the buyers and their buying decisions, and affect price. Same thing with flooring. If you have some old worn out carpet, replace it. Ideally not with carpet. Nowadays some vinyl plank, doesn't have to be the highest quality, will have a huge impact on how clean and fresh your house will look. So you might want to consider flooring because again, large surface, lower cost, huge return. That's what you want when you prepare your house for sale. We had a few listings where the owners could not afford either paint or flooring, and I remember me and my business partner April Whitehead putting our own money into it because we know just $10,000-$15,000 will generate $50,000-$80,000 easy on a home. And we got paid back later in escrow. It helped us to sell it faster and for a better price. And if you're in a financial bind, ask your realtor. A lot of real estate agents actually are happy to help you there because we know it's a good marketing tool, makes your house just look nicer. And when I talked earlier about the expensive, over-the-top hardscape landscaping, yeah, don't go there. But mowing your lawn, clearing out some brush, maybe trimming everything back a little bit, giving a fresh, crisp look. You can even work with wood chips on some bare areas just to make it look fresh and nice. Huge impact again, really low cost. You can do all this stuff by yourself or you hire a gardener real quick to do it. Doesn't cost much. You'll make a lot of money. So those are the tips for me how to prepare a home. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. This is Jürgen here, Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Best Life. Talk to you. Thanks again for watching.